ChatGPT has changed the world forever. For better or worse, it's the most important invention of this decade and has started a new gold rush. Everyone wants a piece of the generative AI pie, and we had not seen anything so revolutionary since the internet. But how did an obscure startup that didn't exist a few years ago make companies like Google panic? And more importantly, what's their end goal? What better way to answer that than looking at the story of its founder and CEO, Sam Altman? It is not an understatement to say he is the most important man in Silicon Valley today. People following the AI space and Sam Altman have a very divided opinion. Some think he is a visionary who will advance our civilization, while others think of him as a villain. But no matter what you think, you can't argue he's built one of the most important companies of our generation. The decisions he will make in the future are going to affect us all. So this is the story of Sam Altman, the man who changed Silicon Valley forever. Sam Altman was born on April 22, 1985 in Chicago, Illinois. At just the age of 8, he got his first computer, a Macintosh SE. Being an incredibly curious child, he quickly learned to code, and a few years later, he was already building simple games. He was from an affluent family and attended an elite private school. After high school, he joined Stanford University to study computer science, and like a typical Silicon Valley entrepreneur, he started his first company out of college. It was a social media company called Looped that allowed users to know each other's location and recommend places to visit based on their location. Now, this might sound very basic today, as Google does all of it, but remember, it was 2005. Facebook hadn't even opened up to public users, and Twitter didn't even exist yet, so it seemed like a great idea. Altman, along with 2 other college friends, started working on the idea. Seeing how big the company could be, he quickly dropped out of Stanford and started searching for investors. He quickly caught the eye of 2 giants in the industry, Sequoia Capital and Y Combinator. With their backing, the company grew rapidly and was worth almost $175 million at its peak. However, the company eventually failed. Everything it did, Google or Facebook did it better, and Altman would eventually sell the company for $43 million. Not a bad number, but considering its peak, it felt like a wasted potential, and Altman regarded this as one of his biggest career setbacks. Although this venture failed, Altman caught the eye of Paul Graham, one of the co-founders of Y Combinator. Paul was impressed by Sam's entrepreneurial spirit and asked him to become a part-time partner at Y Combinator in 2011. Altman joined and helped build key parts of the Y Combinator experience for founders. Over there, he impressed everyone, and in 2014, he'd become president when Paul Graham and his co-founder's wife, Jessica Livingston, stepped down. After selling his first company, Looped, Sam also launched a small venture fund called Hydrazine Capital. It focused on investing in technology companies in education and healthcare, and Sam was really good at it. He became known for his ability to spot hidden gems and fix their flaws. One of the famous investments he made was in Reddit. In 2014, when the company was on the verge of collapsing, Sam Altman served as the CEO briefly and helped raise $50 million to keep it afloat. Altman was always aware of the dangers AI possessed. In his own words, humans are not unique as we think. There is no reason to doubt in 13 years hardware capable of functioning better than our brain will exist. We process information very slowly. In 2015, he would meet a man who shared similar concerns with him. Although these 2 shared similar concerns, Altman had never been vocal about it. Elon Musk, however, had been very vocal about the dangers of AI and wanted to do something about it. In 2015, Altman and Musk would join forces to create an organization for researching AI safely. They had some other powerful backers too. These included Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn, Jessica Livingston, co-founder of Y Combinator, and Peter Thiel. These were big-shot founders with a great reputation in Silicon Valley. This made many scientists and researchers quit their job and work on the project. This included another significant member, who joined the team as chief scientist of the company in January 2016, Ilya Sutskever. He's a computer scientist widely respected in the field of machine learning. Before joining Musk and Altman project, he was working at Google Brain as a research scientist. The group made headlines as it pledged over $1 billion to fund its operations. They also agreed to make its patents and research open to the public and to collaborate freely with other institutions and researchers, hence the name OpenAI. It was formed as a nonprofit to create artificial general intelligence in a safe and beneficial way. This part is important for later, as it would create a huge controversy later. OpenAI was quickly making breakthroughs. In 2017, they released an AI that could play Dota 2 professionally. It even beat some of the best players in the game. In 2018, ChatGPT shocked everyone in the AI community. Now it was very primitive and limited compared to ChatGPT, but it was still huge. The bot could understand simple questions and answer them if it was based on the training data. But things were not looking too good among founders. Elon Musk didn't like the direction where the company was heading and proposed he take over as CEO. But Sam Altman and other founders declined, and soon a power struggle would start. Musk would eventually quit, citing a conflict of interest, as Tesla was building many technologies similar to OpenAI, and they were recruiting the same talent pool. He promised he would continue funding OpenAI, but stop making payments as soon as he left. 1 year earlier, in 2017, Google Brain announced a neural network architecture called the Transformer. It became a popular choice for natural language processing tasks, such as machine translation and text generation. It was revolutionary in the sense that any AI system could now be trained and improved endlessly as long as you can feed it lots of data. But the process was very expensive and required insane computing power. This left OpenAI in a vulnerable situation, as it needed a lot of money to continue advancements in its research. So Altman decided to do something no one expected. He changed the company from a non-profit to a for-profit company. Microsoft was impressed with OpenAI's breakthroughs and soon invested $1 billion. And this is where the biggest controversy with OpenAI lies. It was supposed to be a research organization that safely developed AI and shared its research with everyone else. But now it had become a typical corporation with big tech backing it. Every research was closed off, and Microsoft was pressuring it to release products fast. Now, with Microsoft's backing, the sky was the limit for OpenAI. And over the next few years, it spent a lot of resources on developing its GPT model. Fast forward a few years, and ChatGPT, or GPT 3.5, was released to the world. In a few months, it has taken over the world and is the fastest growing app ever. However, the controversy is getting more heated too. ChatGPT has made companies like Google panicked, and safely releasing the products is no longer a priority. For instance, Google was working on its ChatGPT competitor, Bard, since 2017, but didn't release it to the world due to safety reasons. But as soon as ChatGPT was released, Google rushed its release without considering safety. Other companies are doing the same, so you have to ask this question. OpenAI was created to research AI safely, but it has opened the floodgates for companies researching their AI products recklessly. Did OpenAI stray from its initial goal? If you ask Sam Altman, it's a big no. In fact, he argues ChatGPT is driving innovation and making AI safer. But industry experts think differently, with many warning the company doesn't fully understand what it's doing. Either way, it will be interesting to see how it plays out. Sam Altman is an interesting figure who has completely changed how we interact with computers. He is an ambitious person and a visionary. But what will be the consequences? In a few years, will he be seen as a villain or a great innovator like Bill Gates? Only time will tell. But one thing is true. OpenAI has made AI and ChatGPT mainstream, and everyone is talking about it. So what do you think about Sam Altman? Do you think he is the greatest villain of our generation or a great visionary? Comment that down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one.